Hey guys, it's your favorite Unc here. Go ahead and click that subscribe button below so you don't miss a single episode of Nightcap. That button right here. Come for the sports, stay for the stories. After suffering the worst home loss of his time as owner, general manager, 47-9 to the Detroit Lions, Jerry Jones backed head coach Mike McCarthy. When asked of a potential change, Jerry said, I haven't even considered that. I'm not considering that. Just so you're clear, I'm not considering that. When reminded about his previous in-season coaching changes he made in 2010 when he fired Wade Phillips and named Jason Garrett interim head coach after 1-7 start, Jerry became even more defensive. That would be a hypothetical. In that manner, do you think I'm an idiot? Jerry, is that a rhetorical question? Or is that one that you want a yes or no answer to? Don't answer. Do you? Okay, well, I'm not going to do hypotheticals with you about what I would consider a coaching change in light of timing we're sitting here with. I'm not at all. The Cowboys are 3-3 after the loss to the Lions, and that wasn't just a loss.
No.
That wasn't just a loss. No. All losses aren't created equal. Yes, they go into the loss column, but they're not created equal. They're just one game behind the Commanders in the NFC East, but have lost their first 3 games at home for the first time since 2010. They've been outscored by 66 points. The Cowboys are 0-3 in the red zone today. Ocho, is it time to take McCarthy out of his position?
I have a question before we even get to Mike McCarthy, right?
Yes.
Before we even get to the players, before we get to the defense, before we get to the offense. The Cowboys lost today, right?
Yes.
Who was the first person we heard from?
The first person we always hear from, Jerry.
That's problem number one. That's problem one. That's problem number one, and always has been. But like you said, and like you told me, he would never change because he feels he's the best person to be able to run that team. What the Cowboys did today, it was very bad. It was dreadful. It was awful. It was terrible. It was frightful. It was atrocious. It was disgraceful. It was deplorable. I'm not sure if I have any other words I can explain the Cowboys showing today, offensively and defensively. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad to the point where the fucking Detroit Lions were running stuff that I haven't seen in years that I ran when I was in Optimus. When I was in Little League.
Yeah.
They were doing trick plays that I did when I was 8 years old. This is the NFL. This is the best of the best. It's the NFL. It's the best of the best. How you throwing plays at the tackle?
Because I have such little respect. This is what you call being disrespectful. Because we're on national television, we're going to run a lateral to a tackle.
I've never seen anything like that.
Call it. This is not the last play of the game where we're going to ladder it back and forth. We're going to call it. And guess what? Before that, we're going to call a play. We're going to play fake it, and we're going to try to throw a back shoulder to the tackle.
Hold on. Not a tight end. Not a tight end. A tackle. Listen, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on in Jerry's world. They've had 3 games at home. They lost all 3 games at home. Tonight wasn't a loss. I really can't even conjure up the words. I tried to give you a few synonyms on what tonight was, but I don't know what. I don't know what. Is it Mike McCarthy? Because with that same Mike McCarthy, they went 12-5 last year. But with the Mike McCarthy before that, the season previous to that, they went 12-5 as well, and had a playoff berth. Even though they went home in the first round, but still, this is not the same Cowboy team that I'm used to seeing, especially in the regular season. Because in the regular season they do win, but they don't start off this goddamn bad.
Their defense isn't very good. The defense is not.
When has their defense ever been good?
From behind. No, but see, here's the thing: is that what normally happens is that the offense can put pressure. See, they're built to play with a lead.
Mm-hmm.
And what happens when you can't play with a lead and you can't pin your ears back because you got those guys that don't have anchors in their back pockets. You see how they move. You see how the 184 yards, and look at they don't just get beat; they get blown out. They get blown out. What did the Saints do to them? What did Green Bay do to them in the playoffs? They put up 48. They got 47 hung on them today. New Orleans put 40-something on them. The Ravens took their foot off the gas too soon, they should have put 40 on them. And people keep saying, well, it's the defense. Dak got 3 field goals. If I know my defense isn't good, I can't settle for field goals. I've got to get touchdown because I've got to match. Because if I don't, we're going to get too far behind. The best thing to happen is Dak threw that interception and got him out. Because what was going to happen is he was going to get some empty calories, and people going to say, well, Dak didn't see the game, say Dak played well. We've seen that far too many times. We saw it against the Saints. We saw it against the Ravens. We see it a lot. We saw it against Green Bay, where he has these empty calories, and you look at the stat, and you're like, well, he didn't play bad if the defense could have got some stops. No. He got 3 field goals. 3.
Damn.
Actually, if you really think about it, Ocho, they should have put 60 on him.
Yeah. It could. Listen, it could have been a 60 ball easily. It could have been, but that would have been very. I don't changes if they put up 60 points. Heads were probably going to roll, and somebody would have had to lose their job. It would have been too much pressure from the outside world.
Who are you going to put it? First of all, you can't put Mike Zimmer in that job because his defense is trash. So how you put him in that job as the head coach? I don't know who's the offensive coordinator. Who did they hire? Cowboys. I know Mike McCarthy calls the plays, but who has the job title as offensive coordinator? Brian Schottenheimer. He's not. You're not putting him there, so you're kind of stuck. Because guess what? That's Mike McCarthy's offense. That's not Brian Schottenheimer's offense. That's Mike McCarthy. Because remember, they got rid of the other guy because they said they ran the ball too much. I mean, they threw the ball too much. They throw the ball way more now than they did when they had Kellen Moore as offensive coordinator.
I'm assuming because they throw the ball so much, they're still not happy with the running game. They're still not happy with those they have to run the ball. So what's the answer there?
What happens, Ocho, when you fall behind by 14,
you have no choice
fall
but to
behind
throw.
by 21. So you don't really know. Look, I think Dardell is okay. I don't think he's great. I don't think you're going anywhere with him. But you basically take your running game out because what do they do every game? They fall behind. And when you fall behind, I ain't even worried. Okay, run it. I dare you to, because all you're going to do is run time off the clock. Because they don't really have anybody that can hit their head on the goalpost.
No.
So with that being said, appreciate it. With that being said, this is bad. I don't know what's going on, but it's almost like CD and Dak has never played together. Ocho, you know he had 14 targets today and caught 7 of them. They put him in motion. He runs up the sideline. Dak throws it back shoulder. He keeps going. He's looking for it over here. Dak throws it over there. Dak's looking for him to be over there. He throws it over here. So he's over here.
They got to get on. They got to get on the same page. They got to get on the same page.
Man, them guys been together for 5 years. Ocho, what the hell you mean get on the same page?
Listen, I mean, hell, even after 5 years, they're supposed to be in sync, especially in year 5. You supposed to know what I'm thinking every time as a receiver.
Right.
If you know a guy's off and I'm coming in motion, I'm running down the field and he's already off of me, it's okay. You throw that thing back shoulder. If you know I have a guy pressed and he's up on me and I'm coming in motion and he's locked up, you let that bitch go. Like there should the 2 people on offense that should be in unison is them 2. If them 2 out of sync,
they're not.
Then everything is falling apart. Because in order for their offense to get a rhythm, Unc, if they can't run the ball like they haven't been able to do, in order for their offense to get a rhythm and everything to get in sync, goddamn 4. Damn, what number CD wear? 4 and 88. Oh, they got to be on the same page. Because that can kickstart your offense right there, like a goddamn lawnmower. You know what? Shit ain't going right. McCarthy, call something from 4 to 88. Let's get us in rhythm. Every time.
You try. Ocho, at some point in time, we got to come to the realization the Cowboys aren't good. You can say 4 to 88, you can say 4 to 1 and 4 to this. The Cowboys aren't good.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say that.
They're not good. I didn't say it. But I think it's more than just that's in the way of them actually being good. It's more to just that than them actually being good. Being good starts all the way from the motherfucking top. Because the Kansas City Chiefs are good, but it starts at the top.
Yeah.
The Ravens are good. It's always started from the top. The Steelers are good, even they're rebounding back to being good, but it starts at the top. Just think about all the teams that are consistently good year in and year out, not living on what they've done in the past.
Because the coach is the voice of the team and not the owner. And the owner is okay with not getting credit, without, oh, let me tell you who's going to play. Let me tell you who isn't. Let me tell you who's injured. Let me tell you who isn't. Let me tell you what's going on, and let me tell you what's not. That's Jerry. Jerry ego won't let him be anything but this. All the teams that you mentioned, Steve Bisciotti, he don't care about no credit. The Rooneys, they don't care about no credit. The Hunts, they don't care about no credit. Only Jerry, because his ego, his insatiable appetite to be liked and to be known. That's why he won't hire a coach of substance, because anybody that comes in and they win, they're going to get the credit. That's why he got Jimmy ass up out of there, because Jimmy got the credit. Wasn't nobody talking about Jerry Jones. I was in the league when they were winning, and everybody talked about Jimmy. It was Jimmy and the triplets. Jerry was an afterthought. Jerry was disgusted by that, because I purchased this team. I hired Jimmy Johnson, who was a college teammate of mine. And it rubbed him. And that's why he wants to win so bad. He feels if he can just win one without Jimmy and not having Jimmy players, he'll be okay. But I don't see it happening, because he can't get out of his own way. And this team is not good enough. They're not good enough. Hey, Trayvon, bro, that's a speed merchant up there. If you press him and you miss, that's what's going to happen. He's going to run by you. He's going to run by you, Ocho. It's really that simple.
Jameson Williams? Yes. Yeah. He could go now.
You can't miss him. You got to get all of him, because you got a man with no help over the top. And he's going to run to that point, and Jared Goff going to throw it up, and then it's going to be a touchdown. Cowboys, they're in trouble, Ocho. They're in trouble. If you look at the teams, they're not better. Are they better than the Packers? No. Are they better than the Lions? No, we obviously not. They're not better than Minnesota. They're not better than the Commanders. They're not better than the 49ers. Ocho, right now, they're like the 8th or 9th best, maybe 8th, maybe 10th. Hell, I'm not so sure they're better than Chicago.
You think about, and this is the funny thing, I was going to say, you think about all the teams that you just named, and you look at the quarterbacks of those teams. They're quarterbacks that play consistent week in and week out. Now, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with Dak, because Dak does what he can do. I think he doesn't have enough, what's the word I'm looking for? Enough firepower.
Hold on.
Where you going? Well, Chad, anyway, like I was saying, I don't think Dak, you look at it, you think about all the other teams that Unc just named, and look at the weaponry that they have at their disposal. I think the Cowboys have some good players. They don't have that oomph. You know, you got CD, and you need something else that really commands that kind of attention, that kind of alleviates the pressure off of Dak, alleviates some of the pressure off of CD. It's hard to explain, but most of the teams do have that. Shit, I don't know how to say it. I'm trying to say it without being disrespectful to the players that are there. I mean, they good, you know, it's okay, but there's levels and there's different tiers to this shit, and I think that's what the Cowboys might be missing a little bit, especially offensively. Because if your defense is bad, your identity has to be somewhere. Your identity got to be somewhere. Either your identity is on offense or your identity is on fucking defense. It can't be on both sides of the ball. If your defense is bad, that means your offense has to be just that much better. And they just need more. They just need more. That's it. And we need Jerry to sit down. And I'm talking about we, because I feel bad for the Cowboys fans. Hell, I feel bad for the Cowboys players. You know? Now I understand what Suge Knight was talking about. That same speech he gave at whatever the award show that was is pertaining to Jerry. Same thing. Same thing. Let us play. Let the coaches coach. A great team, somebody say, Ocho, a great team needs both sides. No, it doesn't. A great team doesn't need both sides. And you'll never get that. You'll never get that. A team is always lopsided. Even a team that have won Super Bowls, it's always lopsided at some point, somewhere. You can't have a great defense and a great offense. That's like impossible. You think about the Ravens when they won the Super Bowl. Defense let up what? Let up 10 points entire.
They gave up 10 points a game.
Hey, somebody just said, I mean, you're better at explaining it to me or to them.
Yeah, what's up?
As opposed to someone said you need a great team on both sides of the ball to win.
No. You need to play complementary football. Because I think the mark of any good team, Ocho, is can you get done what you need to get done when you absolutely have to. Go back and look at the Chiefs. Look how they played bad all last year. But in the playoffs, when they needed to get a key third down, what did they do? Yeah. They got it. When they needed to get a stop, the defense was consistent all year. But when they needed to get off the field, they got off the field. When they needed to force a turnover, when Zay Flower was about to get the ball, what did Snead do? Punch it out. They get on it. So you need to be able to play complementary football. You need to be really good in 2 or 3 phases. But at the other phase, can you complement that? Can you get timely turnovers? Can you get a timely third down? Can your punter pin them down? Can your kicker make a big kick? Dallas has a kicker that has a cannon for a leg. I mean, he's damn near automatic. But they're so bad on both sides, on the other sides, offensively and defensively. They can't look at that. They couldn't protect him. The best, Hutchinson, hopefully he make a comeback next year. He had a compound tibia fibula. Yeah. And you see that injury a lot of times, Ocho, in MMA. Yeah. When they kick and the guy checks him. Mm-hmm. We saw Anderson Silva break his leg like that. I think we saw Rockwell break his. I think that's his last name. Break his leg like that.
McGregor. It might not have been the same thing, but his ankle snapped in half. He kicked. Remember, he went back to step. And he got checked.
Yeah. We've seen that. We see Anderson Silva broke his leg. I think Anderson Silva did that. We've seen a Luke. Was it Rockhold? One of those. Another guy. Who was it? And so we saw that, but they couldn't block him. Yeah. Chris Weidman. That's what it was. Chris Weidman. Kick, guy checked him, snaps it in half. He's making a play, Ocho. His leg whips around. We saw RG3, his leg whipped like that, but he tore everything in his knee. He has later, it was a compound fracture. So hopefully he gets back next year. Because he was having an unbelievable season. They couldn't block him. They did a great job of stunning. And the offensive line, Ocho, is not what it once was. They don't open holes like they once did. That's a lot of collisions. Now, a lot of those Tyron Smith is going on. The only guy that's been there from the start is Zach Martin. But he's not what he once was. He's slowing down considerably. Watch it. I'm not breaking news to you, Ocho. Just watch the tape. Watch him play. He's not what he once was. He's still good, but he's not even close to what he once was. They're running routine games on him and getting home. But the Cowboys got some serious issues, Ocho. They got some serious issues.
You don't think them having another viable target to take some of the pressure off of goddamn CD and Dak.
CD?
Yeah, I'm talking about a viable target. I'm talking about one when you break the goddamn huddle. Okay, you know what? We need to be alert. All right, we need to be alert for 88. But hell, we got to watch this fool over here too, because he can also beat us. So if we say we taking so and so out the game, we know he has the possibility to also move the chains. Hell, the Bengals, they got Chase and they got goddamn Higgins. The Eagles, they got AJ Brown, they had Devontae Smith. Those are 2 people that you just have to worry about. That makes, I think, the offense a little bit more not explosive. I'm trying to think of the right word to use. You can do much more when you have.
Well, that makes it more.
Okay, there we go. That's
here's right, the thing, Ocho. When you look at it, I like Tolbert. I think he can be really good. He's gotten better. When you look at what he was last year, Ocho, there were some games he wasn't even dressing out. Brandon Cooks is supposed to be your number 2, but he's hurt. It's hard In order to be a number 2, Ocho, and to be that small, you got to be special.
Right. Yeah.
See, Tyreek is that size, but Tyreek is special. Tyreek is 1. So to be that small and to be a number 2, you got to be really, really special. Yeah. I think Brandon Cooks is good. I don't think he's special.
He don't put no, and no disrespect, he don't put no fear in nobody, huh? Mm-hmm. He ain't put no fear in nobody like that.
Long you'll let him run by him.
Yo, he'll run by you now. He'll run by you, but he still don't put no fear. We ain't talking about no goddamn cheetah speed. We ain't talking about no Xavier Worthy. Now you fast,
no.
But who ain't fast? This the NFL now. Everybody named mama. They get up running 4-3.
Yeah. Like I said, the DBs, they're not special. I think Diggs is still trying to recover. He don't want to tackle. They keep trying to punch the ball out. Bro, you got to put, at some point in time, Ocho, you got to put pads on people. Mm-hmm. You got to put people ass on the ground. Yeah. All that swiping at the ball, bro.
Hey, do you think, I think the NFL has made it very, very difficult for DBs to make tackles, especially on sweeps and tosses, where they're not able to cause a pile by going low on the lineman, on the guard.
Go look at J Ram. Go look at J Ram. J Ram will stick his nose up in there.
Ramsey? Oh yeah, he's a tackler though. He's a tackling DB. There's very few of them.
Yes. Very few of them. So it can be done. Yes.
Hey, matter of fact, speaking of, I'm glad since you said that, there's a play from Denzel Ward. I don't remember what year it was. The goddamn guard was pulling.
When he slid down, the guy was coming and he
slid under there and made that tackle. No, and I still to this day that play is still in my head because I've never seen nothing like that. That was live. Yeah. But how many DBs can actually make a play like that?
In order to make a play like that, you had to have thought about that play many times
before it even happened.
That ain't no play. That's not a play that at that spur of the moment you do
exactly. But I think defenders are at a disadvantage, especially with those big boys pulling, especially DBs. It's kind of unfair, but I mean, it is.
You go look at Marlon Humphrey.
Yeah. Hump a big boy, boy. You're a big boy.
Marlon Humphrey a tackle, and your DBs got to tackle because, especially in the Cowboys, because guess what? Your front seven lighten the britches, so you're gonna be getting a lot of practice tackling. I'm just being honest, Ocho. I mean, look at it. Who hadn't run for 100+ yards? Hold on. Again, they got outrushed by 100 yards.
Hey, what?
184 to 53.
How many yards the Lions had?
184.
Okay.
Cowboys had 53. You remember the Ravens had 270 plus. Remember the Saints 250 plus.
Lamar was going crazy that night, boy.
You got to look. At some point in time, you just say, you know what? The hell with this. It comes down to Ocho football. At the end of the day, you can come up with scheme all you want to. It's mano y mano.
Man, oh man, yeah. But who can you count on? Who can you count on right now, though? Somebody got to come to the party. Somebody got to pay the tab.
Boy, they on a bye week. Do you know how long this ass cutting gonna sit and gonna stick with you?
Man, who they got coming out the bye though? Because they can come out, they can come out the bye and everything change. They can come out the bye and be a completely different team.
They're not better than Tampa. I forgot about Tampa. They're not better than Tampa.
Hey, Tampa on fire.
Ocho, guess who they got coming out the bye? The 49ers.
Oh, shit.
They're not better than the 49ers either. I tell you what, I give you one better. They're not better than the Falcons.
Kirk got them boys playing good.
Ocho, they got the 49ers, the Falcons, the Eagles.
Oh, in a row?
The Texans, and the Commanders.
Coming out the bye?
Yep. That's their next 5 games.
Man, listen. Again, this bye week could be good for them, or it could be hell. Only 2 things could happen.
Yeah.
Either you're going to play or you're going to fold. Either you're going to play or you're going to fold. God.
Let me ask you a question. What have you seen that makes you think they're going to play?
I ain't seen nothing yet, honestly. I mean, I ain't trying to be rude. But I'm trying to be optimistic, and I'm not even a Cowboy fan. I'm just trying to be optimistic, just for those that are Cowboys fans that might be in the chat. Trying to be optimistic.
That's the problem. You see, and that's what Jerry's done. He's played on the Cowboys fandom optimism. And that's why he's done you a disservice, because you see, they just like y'all, just like you. Because every year, what do they say? We'll get them next year. We go into the Super Bowl. They win one game. Remember when they beat Cleveland over today? We go into the Super Bowl. Ooh, that's good. I remember coming out here and tell you, I said, Ocho, I would sure like to see if Cleveland would have had their starting right tackles. You're playing two guys that's never started before. And the Cowboys got the lead. So what could you do? Rush the quarterback. When's the last time Cowboys don't have the lead? They can't pin their ears back. They lighten the britches. I mean, look how the Lions were just moving. Ocho, I saw a couple of plays. Man, I tweeted. I said, hell, I could get 7 yards. Okay, I can. 2. I could get 2. My old ass with 2 replaced hips could get 2 yards in those holes that Montgomery and Gibbs was running through.
Yeah. That Lions O-line is, I wouldn't call it underrated, because any O-line that has
no, they're not underrated. They got Sewell, they got Zeitler, they got Glass now, nice. They got Decker.
Nice.
Oh, hell no, they're not underrated. Nice. Oh, hell no. Hell no, they're not underrated.
They don't talk about them enough. They don't talk about them enough for me. But man, they playing some ball.
They might have the 2 best tackles in football. When you look at their right tackle and their left tackle.
As a whole, totality. Yeah.
And Zeitler is a damn good guard. Zeitler was a Pro Bowl player. Glass now is a Pro Bowl player.
Man. So
Sewell is an all-pro. Yeah, they legit.
So you throwing in the towel? You throwing in the towel on the Cowboys already?
Look, I didn't think look, every year, they got so much talent. No, they don't. You're looking at names. Names. That's what I love so much about sports, Ocho, because you got to prove it to the next man next week. I don't give a damn about your name. I don't give a damn about what you've done. You got to show me today that you are what everybody says you are. Because guess what? I look at myself in the same way them people explaining you. I see myself like that. Only one of us can be that today. Only one of us.
Oh, man, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
The Lions tried to throw a TD pass to Taylor Decker. They ran a hook and lateral to Penei Sewell. They let OT Dan Skipper. He ran a route. That man was out there juking him. A flea flicker to Sam Laporte.
Oh, that's crazy.
How disrespect. Ocho, they got tackles. We call them plays for tackles. They let the tackle run a route. And I ain't just talking about no down.
It was a real route. He ran a real route. I don't know. Maybe Dan Campbell don't get along with Mike McCarthy to be called them type of plays. Maybe Ben Johnson. Salute to Ben Johnson too. Maybe Ben Johnson don't get along with somebody over there on that Cowboy staff, because some of the things you were calling is disrespectful.
Well, Dan Campbell he was with the Cowboys in 03, 05.
Dan was?
Yeah, he was a player.
Oh man, yeah, okay. Hey, he probably wanted to stick it to Jerry, huh?
Why not? Why not? I can't think of a better person.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I tell you what, like you said, we're going to find out a lot about the Cowboys over the next 6 weeks. We're going to find out.
They're going to be all right. I'm hoping they are right. I think Brandon Cooks, how long is he out? Well, he was on IR? He'll be back after the bye then.
Nah, he got to miss one more week. This the week is the bye. But hold on, Ocho. Now, is he going to be ready to come back? He had surgery on that knee.
Damn, man. I'm sick of everybody getting hurt, man. Fuck this shit, man. Damn.
Prayers up for Aiden Hutchinson, who undergone surgery. He's already undergone surgery, Ocho. He had surgery at a Dallas hospital. I don't know when he's going to return back to, I'm sure the Lions probably got a charter and flew his mom and dad out to be with him. I'm almost certain of that. I'm saying that's probably what happened. But he was playing unbelievable. He's a very, very immensely talented. He has Defensive Player of the Year written all over him at some point in time in his career. But he was off to an amazing start this year. I think he was leading the league in sacks. I know he had one today. He might have had, he had one. He had another one called back. But he's a hard playing guy, plays with great pass leverage, good on the left side or the right side, has a plethora of moves. He can bull you, he can hump you, he can rip you. He does it all. His playbook is limitless. And unfortunately, he suffered a very gruesome injury. Before Sunday, Ocho, the largest home defeat in Jerry era came in 2001. They lost 36-3. There have been on 3 other home losses that have been larger margins of defeats in team history. For the 3rd straight game, the Cowboys faced big halftime deficits. Remember, 27-6 against the Lions. They were down 21-6 against the Ravens. They were down 35-16 against the Saints. And at the wild card game, they were down 27-20. No, 27-7 at halftime. Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Jerry. Ocho, I don't know if you remember this, but ain't nothing worse than getting the ass whipped on your birthday.
Wait, how old Jerry turn?
84.
Okay.
My bad, 82. Yeah, because you're older than my mom. Yeah, my mom turned 81 in January. Ocho, you know how you get your birthday and you figure you can say and do whatever you want to and get your ass cut on your birthday by your grandma or your mom?
Grandma ain't play that, boy. I ain't even taking no chances back then.
I mean, to get your ass tore up on your birthday, that's the worst kind. And then, because you normally going to have your cousins over or something that, and you showing out. Oh, boy, you being mannish, huh? There ain't nobody trying to be mannish. You just want to beat me in front of my cousin.
That's it.
But they put that thing on them.
That was bad, boy.